there, guys. What's up? How are you doing? I hope you're having a fabulous start to your day. As you can see, I am with one of my amazing clients. Her name is Jessica Powell. And let me tell you a quick story about how Jessica and I met. I was actually in search of a marketing and social media manager. And I was looking for someone to like help with all of the marketing, the content writing, the emails, the appointment settings, like it all. So I actually fell in love with Jessica before she ended up coming on and being a client for me as well. So our relationship started as very, very professional, right? In business. And it was just something about her. Obviously, I've interviewed multiple VAs. I've had tons of VAs. I've been happy with tons of VAs. And I always think, I'm like, Jessica's more than a VA, right? She's also a coach. But so yeah, she's a coach. She runs like a VA servicing company for social media and marketing, but she's more than that, right? Like she is a time saver. She's a headache reliever, because if you're an entrepreneur like me, it's so nice to be able to like offset all of those low hanging projects and priorities that are just not $1 million things that Carissa need to be working with. So yeah, then our relationship took a turn and she's like, hey, I'm looking for a health coach. I'm also looking for a business coach. And like, maybe let's talk, right? So that's, long story short, that's how Jessica and I met. I hired her, and then she then turned around and hired me, and it's been a fantastic relationship so far. I mean, I speak for myself. Hopefully Jess has something really great to say too. But y'all, Jessica came on board 6 months ago, 5 months ago, maybe 4 months ago. God, it feels like a long time, but we've spent a lot of time together between your business stuff and then and our coaching stuff. But yeah, you joined the Boss Up Your Body and Business program. And then you also bossed up and realized that you needed a 2-day breakthrough your bullshit retreat. So with that, I'm just going to ask you a bunch of questions. And you guys in the chat, if you hear anything that you absolutely love, like show us some love, right? We always love interaction. Let me know if you're catching this live or watching this on a replay too. So here we go. I am curious, Jessica, after obviously I already worked with you, but what made you say yes to working with me?
Well, I had, a back end sneak peek because I was working with you. And I will say, like, coming on board, I had talked to people prior and I was like, there's no way I would spend that amount of money on something, right? Like, that's crazy. And then I ended up spending much more than what I thought was crazy before. It definitely wasn't. But I had a sneak peek into, the results that people were seeing. I had like the behind the scenes look because I was working for you and in that aspect. But not only were they getting results, like you can tell you truly care about the people that you work with. And for me, that's huge, right? Like they weren't just dollar signs. They are real people in your eyes, and there's a real connection, and you're really striving to do the best that you can working with them.
Oof. All right. So I heard she saw the results that I was giving other women. She was like, holy shit, right? This girl has got her stuff together. And I can see that she's a real human. She's a coach who actually cares. Believe it or not, there's a lot of coaches out there that will take your credit card information and then like say, see ya, or they're not willing to put in the work as well. They're just like, hey, cool, now you're in. I don't really care about, where you go or what your journey looks like. So I do deeply from the bottom of my heart. You could ask probably any of my clients, they absolutely would say that I work just as hard as they do as well. So cool. Thank you. So think back to before you hired me, right? I am curious, what are some of the biggest challenges and struggles that you faced, whether it's on the health side, the business side, or the mindset side? What were some of the biggest challenges that you faced?
So overall, like lighting a fire under my own ass to just go on all sides, right? Like I knew where I wanted to be and the things that I wanted to do on my business side, but I was kind of staying in my comfort zone, and the same would go for all the other aspects, right? Like staying in my comfort zone, not wanting to step outside of that comfort zone, even though that I knew the results were there once I, popped the bubble and got out of it. But it was really kind of, okay, like I just need some kind of accountability, somebody to stay on my ass and push me to get out of the comfort zone that I'd found myself in with it. Because there's obviously more, right? There's plenty out there. It's just, you got to go get it.
I love that. You gotta go get it, you guys. And it's absolutely true. I think a lot of women get stuck in that comfort zone. They know they're meant for more, and they're just not, like, they've tried it all. They're just like, I guess I'll just stay here. This is comfortable. And then growth, nothing amazing happens in the comfort zone.
Yeah.
You know that. And you knew that, right? You're like, I need accountability. I need someone to kick my ass when I'm falling off. Like, what's going on? And how have you said, like, in our short time together, how have you started to notice that me pushing you and holding you accountable to getting outside of your comfort zone? How have you noticed that changing your life today?
Income in my business for one, massive one. But I am, like, on a health side, have more energy. Even like on days where I am tired because I have a toddler, right? So sometimes she fights sleep, we lose sleep, whatever. So even on those days though, like, I'm still more energized. I'm not falling asleep mid-work day and, struggling to just do anything. I'm not fighting brain fog. And it's sustainable. Like, I don't feel bad if I do have something that's not great for you. Like, I don't feel bad about it. I don't drown myself in guilt over eating like a burger or a piece of chocolate or whatever. So really that change on the health side also boosts confidence in everything else you're doing, right? Like, walking taller, head up, be able to speak with more conviction and confidence in what you have. Like, I know my stuff. Like, I know what I'm offering is amazing. Like, everyone needs it. So, but the struggle of, how I felt on the inside was directly affecting my business and my home life. And now it's just slowly but surely changing, some of it way faster than other portions.
I always say, right, like, put the seatbelt on because shit's about to get real fast, really cool. And everyone's journey is so different. That's why I love working with just women, lady coaches, entrepreneurs, women who know, again, that they have this dream of building an empire. And quite often, and you even see this as a coach for leaders, right? Like, quite often they're putting themselves on the back burner because their impact that they want to leave in this world is so important. But I'm like, you're not going to leave the impact if you're not first taking care of yourself. So I love that you saw the value in the Boss Up Your Body and your bank account program, and more importantly, the NLP retreat. So do you remember really quickly what goals and outcomes that you created at the beginning of our work together? Do you remember the specific goals that you wanted to achieve?
My main goals overall, off the top of my head, were really just to feel better, to get more specific on my offers for my business, to have more energy, and to lose weight. But that kind of comes with all the other things, right? Like, I just wanted to get back on track with my fitness and my nutrition because I've done it before, but for whatever reason, it was like a hardcore struggle to get going this time. And I would say that I've damn near completed all of the goals that, like, I definitely have, my offers down. Oh, sorry.
Check.
My offers down. And then I have way better routines, and my meal prepping and everything, just all of it is way better, more on point. So now it's just getting to that goal weight.
I love it. It's just a matter of time on that, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like building $1 million business. It's also like losing 50 pounds, right? If you set up your schedule and structure and routines and habits, like, those are the things that mean more important to me, because eventually the weight will fall off. You'll hit the $1 million. It's a matter of when. And I love that you're like, okay, I'm willing to let go of, like, when it's going to happen. Because when we bring that energy, that force to it, then it's like puts us in that icky energy field of, like, push and pull.
Yes.
But when you can just say, you know what, I'm just setting up my life, my calendar, like, reflects everything that's important to me. My business is growing. I am, crushing cravings. I'm working out. I'm taking my care of my kids, my family, and my business. Like, that feels really, really good. So I love that you've damn near crushed your goals, and we're still on the journey. We still have so much time together, so I can't wait to see what happens. But what has been your favorite part about let's go to the coaching side first. What was your favorite part about like the coaching calls, whether it's the boxers, the calls, the support, the accountability, the strategies? Like, what has been your favorite part about the coaching program?
So other than like the amazing information that we're getting from it, I personally, my favorite part is actually the community surrounding like that you've built like of these women inside. Like even if you didn't show up, like I feel like there would still be, you know, like even if you weren't there, there's still the community aspect that everyone in the program has built together. Like there's a community. And for me, that's a huge, like I love community and connections and networking. So there is now like, it's not just Carissa. Like when you join, you get Carissa and all this amazing support from all these other amazing women that are in the journey with you.
And you guys, you know how you've probably, if you're a personal development junkie, if you're a leader and like you're entrepreneur, you know you're the sum of the 5 people you hang out with. So Jess, I love Jess pointed on one of her favorite parts is the community that we bring together. Like I don't bring any woman who wants to come in on board, right? Like I'm bringing her energy and all of her stuff to the table. And so I've got to protect that community because we are a community of badass women who are on missions to change people's lives. And I don't just want any, you know, Sally who to come in and just like bring all that down. So I'm really, really picky with the clients that I love to work with. They have to, you know, their goals have to excite me because again, I work just as hard as they do to help them reach their goal. Okay, so let's switch gears. You just got back. We spent like 2-3 days together in Albuquerque, New Mexico, a couple weeks ago. You had this beautiful breakthrough retreat, and you guys breaking through the retreat. It's all about the mindset programming, right? We're taking your limiting beliefs. We're taking those stored emotions that have been stuck in your body for decades and years and God, even generations, right, of baggage that women be carrying around that are keeping them stuck in their areas of growth and finances, health, everything. So you spent 2.5 days with me. You got the full luxury experience. I got to cook for you. I got to coach you. I got to guide you. What was your favorite part about that retreat?
Literally the total shift that took place like halfway through the first day. Like we were only a couple hours in that and it was like, and you know, like you were there the night that I got in, like my head was pounding, like altitude was kicking my ass, y'all. And it was literally like the next morning I woke up, I felt a little bit better, but by the time that we were like halfway through like the first day and just releasing those negative beliefs and everything, all of a sudden I felt 10 times better, lighter, you know, it was an extreme but good change like quickly.
Yeah. I could see that, you guys. You could have just seen the weight was lifted. She all of a sudden could breathe. Like her body, like physiologically changed and also neurologically, which is awesome, right? It's awesome. The hypnosis, everything. Okay, so last minute or so, let's just kind of dive in a little bit to advice that you would give a woman who's like, they've met with a coach, they've had the sales call, they heard a number that was like, girl, I cannot afford that freaking program. What advice would you give that woman who's seriously needs a coach and who's kind of scared to invest in herself?
So I'm a go with my gut kind of person. And ever since I started going with my gut, I've been on point with it thus far. If there's a payment plan, take it. Because you will figure it out. If you're really, really ready to like move forward and crush it, you're going to figure it out. You're going to make it happen because that's what we do, right? We make shit happen. Right. So you'll make it happen. If you really want it, you'll find it.
I love that. So ladies, if you are struggling, if you're a place in your life with your health, your business, you know, maybe your relationships, and you're like, I have hit my breaking point. Like I'm at the lowest of low. You have a sales call with a coach or a mentor. It doesn't have to be me. Just go out and get the support that you need. I'm telling you, I have never been ready every time I've signed up to work with a new coach, whether it was a 15K coach, a 30K coach. Like it's all scary, even for women who have no problem investing in themselves, because I know the importance of it. It's scary as hell. But it's like, let's just say yes, like let's sign the contract and let's own that shit, right? That's a boss up babe. Like there's no going back, like burn the ships. I'm not coming back, right? Like, hello. Yep. And that's what, I mean, I even saw you do that with Spain. right? I'm taking 8 of my clients to Spain to speak on an international stage in a couple of months because that has been a goal for them. And like, nobody is ready and prepared for these things, but you have to just rip the Band-Aid off, get shit done, make it happen, and invest in yourself. And when you do that, like magic happens, right? Like Jess said, right? Like weight falls off, business starts rolling in, connections happen, community, you feel that sense of community and love and support. Like everything is just golden at that point. So Jessica, thank you so much for taking time. I know you're a lady boss, and I know time is valuable, time is money, and I really do appreciate you sharing your wisdom and advice with me and with everyone else.
Of course, and thank you for everything that you do.
You're welcome, love. Much love to you, and I'll see you on our business call soon.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye.